Welcome back to City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. The race for top four is literally very hard. I think I'll show you the table in a couple of minutes, but the race for top four is just literally it's. it's the most interesting thing of the Premier League this year, to be honest. The Premier League this year has been weak. Premier League this year has not been that strong. Arsenal could not compete. Not Liverpool's problem. If City was in Liverpool's place and we ran away with the league, I wouldn't complain. But a lot of people say that City's Centurion season was, we were the league was very weak. That was not the case. Liverpool went far. I think they reached the Champions League final that season, or Champions League semi-final that season when we were Centurions. So the Premier League had some very very good teams then who were competitive. But now you see the Champions League, Liverpool getting knocked out by PSG, and it's not that they were knocked out because of a slight unlucky like a Julian Alvarez double touch or something like that. No, they are knocked out because PSG got the better of them, which just shows you where the Premier League right now is. You could say, well, Arsenal are in it, Club Brugge are in it. Well, Arsenal and Club Brugge have literally played someone from the bottom of the table in the Champions League last 16. To be honest, they haven't played the big teams yet. Savinho with the ball. I think if Savinho can sort out his right foot, I know it's. I mean, I think this is where Oscar Bob has. I think this is where Oscar Bob has an edge over Savinho, because Oscar Bob is literally two-footed, which means that he can cross the ball playing on the right hand side. I think when Bob comes in, I think Savinho will find it a little bit difficult to hold on to its place. Interesting to see what Marmoush does. Gautam is here. Gautam to say their citizens. Hey Gautam, how was the week? What was your view on Liverpool knocking PSG out? Sorry, I'm sorry. PSG knocking Liverpool out. I was like, I didn't even watch the match. I've been sleeping early, and and in the morning I saw it. I was like, what a goal from Brighton! Brighton's goal has been disallowed here. Brighton's goal has been disallowed here. Brighton's goal has been disallowed here. But again, what a break from Brighton! What a break from Brighton. Good that Anthony Taylor is the ref. I think, if I'm not wrong, he's given a foul. But was it a foul? Let me see. It's a foul. Come on, yes. Mitoma barges into Ortega. It's a foul. It's a foul. Mitoma barges into Ortega there. It's a foul. But again, Gautam, if you look at this, Brico Lewis, the weak link, Gautam says handball. They're still checking. VAR is checking. But I think there's no clear and obvious error there. Turn it down. But I also think his fouled Ortega, I think, more than handball, Gautam. That was my first, instance when looking at it, because Ortega caught the ball and Mitoma went into him. So that was my first instance. Omar Marmoush running with the ball. This will be an end-to-end game. Nothing like the boring Nottingham Forest game. Jeremy Doku. I thought the ball looped into the goal for a while. Jeremy Doku. I mean, I honestly thought, Gautam, for that Nottingham Forest game, it was away. I mean, I saw Pep tell about it a little bit, but I honestly think the grass was, very dry. We were not able to move the ball there. Of course, it's their home, their advantage. It's their home, their advantage against Forest, but should have been a nil-nil game. Honestly, Eddie's mistake and stuff. Nico should have maybe done better to get on the end of that corner. Gautam says Baleba's audition tonight. What is your view on the links with Camavinga, Gautam? It just seems like we might actually get Camavinga because it seems that Pep is very keen on Camavinga, and reports are maybe Madrid might want to sell Camavinga because Mbappe, and they might be after one or two big names in the summer. 20 is coming, which means salary will go up. They are also on the lookout for another centre back and a left back. So it seems that they might want to sell Camavinga here. That is wonderful from Savinho. Can he pass it to Haaland? He does. He does. Omar Marmoush. That's a foul on Omar Marmoush and it's a penalty. And it's a penalty. That's a foul on Omar Marmoush and it's a penalty. That is a penalty. That is wonderful by Omar Marmoush. Wow, what I mean the cutback by Omar Marmoush is just superb. The cutback by Omar Marmoush is just superb. And was it Baleba with the penalty? The audition, if it was Baleba with the penalty, the audition's good. The audition's working. No, it is not Baleba, obviously. Baleba was the one who was arguing. That's a clear penalty. He's gone into Omar Marmoush. It is a clear penalty. Yes, the trailing foot of Van Hecke, I think it catches Marmoush. That will not, get turned down or something. And Erling Haaland, Gotham. I have him in my fantasy team as well. Couple of my fantasy players are not playing because this is Liverpool, Villa, and a few Newcastle. They don't have matches, but Crystal Palace they don't have matches. But yeah, Erling Haaland. What is it? Will it be his 20th? Will it be his 20th? In a week when one of our star strikers, ex-star strikers, and Julian Alvarez could not do it. Could Haaland do something here? Could Haaland actually do something here? Verbruggen. Oh, last five penalties, Haaland is missed too. I remember the one against Sporting is missed and the one against Pickford is missed. Please do not miss this Haaland. I have my red bottle. I would say the maroon bottle. We don't talk about red here. Maroon bottle here. And that is ice goal. That is what the Viking does. That is superb. That is absolutely superb from Erling Haaland. Fantastic way to start the match. Erling Haaland scores. Wow. And the penalty was flawless. He didn't lift it. Sometimes Erling Haaland hits the match. Sorry, Erling Haaland hits the ball and if he hits it in the air, picking a corner, then you can sense it's not filled with confidence. When Haaland is filled with confidence, it's it low bottom corner. When you hit it low, even if your placement is a little bit here and there, the keeper never can save it. Look at it; it's almost gravity defying low. The ball almost didn't raise from the ground. That is superb from Erling Haaland. I think Rico Lewis is the weakling. They're just targeting Rico Lewis time after the other. That is wonderful work from Kushano there. Gautam says, well, reports have come regarding words representatives have started positive talks with Man City. Yeah, I've also read that those reports, Gautam. I think Hugo Vienna is just another level of a negotiator, I think. Haaland 21 goals, Salah 27 goals. Salah is best season. Liverpool winning the title 27 goals. Haaland, City not doing that well according to the standards, and Haaland, I think, can still reach the 30 goal mark. That just tells you a lot about Erling Haaland, to be honest. Wonderful press there again from Omar Marmoush. His counter pressing is very, very, very good. I mean, just a bit on Florian words. Hugo Vienna, this winter window, seeing Tixi Bagaristan and Hugo Vienna working together was just like seeing one of the great legend who was going out working with almost a legend in the making in Hugo Vienna. Taxi Garistan and Hugo Vienna working was just something else. The deals were one, two, three, done. They were faster than Fabrizio Romano saying, "Here we go." And another thing about Florian Wirtz Gautam is that he is excellent at counter pressing the ball, which is something which Pep really values. So his counter press is very, very good. So he's got that defensive element. Doku does extremely well there. Doku does very well there. Ikai Gundogan. I honestly thought, against Nottingham Forest, I don't know what do you think, Gautam, but against Nottingham Forest, I think Ikai Gundogan would have been a much, much better, alternative to playing Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, we started with Kevin De Bruyne. I wanted De Bruyne. All of us wanted De Bruyne. But then, playing Ilkay Gundogan would have maybe even bringing him on after 60, 70 minutes in that Forest game would have been better because Gundogan is creative. Not comparing the creativity of De Bruyne with Gundogan here, but Gundogan, we should not forget, has got the highest assists last season in La Liga. He's still that creative thing. He makes runs into the box. And the thing is, his creativity is different than De Bruyne. De Bruyne was trying to cross the ball inside the box. He was trying to play those, expansive through balls. But Gundogan, gets people into play and then he plays those small through balls, which I think is something which you need against a team which, like Forest, who are going on a counter. And look at the press of Marmoush there. It's insane. The press of Marmoush is absolutely insane. Look at Kushanov covering for Ruben Diaz. Nico Gonzalez loses the second ball. Minte gets ahead of Josko Guardiola. I think but Guardiola does well. My fear is all about Rico Lewis against Mitoma there. Minte, Guardiola will handle it. But my fear is about Mitoma, Rico Lewis. And a few people on social media. I don't know why they've been blaming Josko Guardiola for that Nottingham Forest Callum Hudson-Odoi goal. Guardiola did everything right. The best you can do is okay, you can engage with him, but inside the box, you show the attacker to shoot on the near post. That is the best, right? And Edison messed it up. Kadum says Baleba wins against Brico. Savinho there, what a ball from Ortega. Savinho there. Savinho does absolutely well. Right, Gautam Baleba wins that first, second ball against Nico Williams. I think it's just getting up to pace with the Premier League. And also, Gautam, did you hear this? Bruno Guimaraes is available for 60 million pounds if Newcastle don't get top four. I think this Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, a lot of people have mentioned. If Newcastle don't get top four or top five, they don't get the Champions League this season, then if Newcastle don't get top five this season, then Bruno Guimaraes is available for 60 million pounds. I mean, would you? I mean, if the market was like you had a choice, literally, that Edison 60 million pounds, Bruno Gimenez 60 million pounds, Camavinga around about that price, plus or minus 5-10 million pounds. Whom would you choose? Whom would you choose as your box to box midfielder or even a cover for Rodri? Bruno Gimenez, Edison, Camavinga will be a very very interesting choice. I think with the age profiles, probably Camavinga and Edison are younger. I think they're in 23, 24, if I'm not mistaken. And compared to Bruno Guimaraes, will be 28 next season, 27, 28. I had just looked at Zubimendi's age, and he is also literally 26, 27, almost. So Zubimendi and Rodri, I think they're just 1 year apart, so that was interesting. But we are not winning the second balls here, guys. We are not winning the second balls. Rico Lewis, that is good defending from Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis is doing very well there. That's a foul on Savinho. Gautam says Camavinga is more of a Bernardo replacement. Uh, I'm actually thinking his is buying Camavinga for that's actually an interesting thought because I've not thought about it this way. I know Camavinga can put in a shift out wide, in the middle and all of those things, but I don't think creativity wise Camavinga is there to be a Bernardo replacement. Yes, he has a work rate, but I think we're looking primarily for a box to box player. Again, a great run from Omar Marmoush. Erling Haaland. Haaland should have passed it left or right, but again, looking at the runs of Omar Marmoush is just superb. Again, I don't know, Gautam. That's an interesting thought because I'm again thinking that Camavinga is more of a box to box midfielder replacement that we always wanted. And also someone who can occasionally cover in for Rodri probably. I thought we were looking for someone like that because I think creativity wise, Camavinga is actually not. That's a free kick to Brighton. That's a free kick to Brighton there. Uh, I think it's a foul by Ruben Diaz. I don't know. Nico Gonzalez is kind of struggling a bit with the pace, to be honest. I mean, we have to remember Rodri took one whole season to HS, so not going in hard on Nico Gonzalez here. I mean, I'm imagining it's a classic 4-3-3 that we are gonna play, and with Erling Haaland in. I mean, when Bernardo Silva came in, the entire focus of Pep Guardiola, Matoma takes some excellent free kicks, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. But when Bernardo Silva came to City, Pep Guardiola wanted someone with more of a focus on false nine. Gabriel Jesus was coming in. We were kind of playing false nine, double false nine. Those were there. But now with the striker, I think we are kind of going into a phase where we play with the striker, two wide wingers, and the ball's gone and Parvez Estupinian scores the free kick. Bloody hell, it's 1-1. What the hell? It hits the bar and it goes in. Parvez Estupinian, what the fuck? What the hell was this? Hits the bar and then goes in. Exactly, Gautam. Hits the bar and then it goes in. Parvez Estupinian. What the hell? Literally, the goalkeeper cannot do anything about it. I'll not blame anyone there. If I'll blame anyone, I'll blame Nico Gonzalez for giving away that free kick, to be honest. Because you cannot defend that free kick. It hits the bar and it goes in. I thought it went out, but it hits the bar and it goes in. But I think it's difficult, right, Gautam, because it hits the bar and it sharply comes in. I don't think you can stop those kind of free kicks, but again, it again shows you need a strong runner in the midfield. Again, the same problems. Gundogan does not have legs, which means they're doubling up on Nico Gonzalez, and Brico Lewis is a problem, so Koshano has to cover for both. Again, the same problems coming in. I'll not be surprised if Brighton scored twice here, to be honest, because they are playing well. I mean, at this point, I think on the Camavinga discussion, he just wants to bring someone in. Pep wants to bring someone in with legs, to be honest. Gautam says, "No man, ball went to his right. He was covering the far post. Positioning was good, but he didn't dive. Yeah, maybe his anticipation was wrong there, Ortega, because I think Omar Marmoush, Savinho does well. Ah, on another day, could have gone to Haaland, Nico Gonzalez, Mikhail Gundogan, Jeremy Doku. Marmoush does well again. Passes to Doku. City have a promising situation kind of lined up here. Jeremy Doku, Josko Guardiol. Look at them hitting us on the counter. Need pace in the midfield. Whatever we might sign, we might not sign. Need pace in the midfield, to be honest. Yeah, could have. I mean, looking back at it, Gautam, you're right. Could have probably got a tip to it and could have just tipped it around the post. It was not those kind of things, the unsavable kind of things that you hit it almost on the upright, top of the upright, and then it goes in. Those kind of things are unsavable. But yeah, I think Ortega could have dived there. He didn't even dive. The anticipation should be there. And I don't know why he was showing his far post so much there, Stefan Ortega, anyways. Gautam says Lucas Cavalier should also be a priority. They're telling Diego Costa, but yeah, I think I would like Lucas Cavalier, to be honest, because I've seen that Diego Costa also makes some mistakes. He can be absolutely brilliant or he can be absolutely shit. But again, Minte gets in. We seriously might concede two here. Uh, Jeremy Doku there with the ball. Baleba against Doku. That's a foul, and Baleba will get a yellow card. And Baleba will get a yellow card for that foul. This is interesting. Their CDM is on a yellow card. Baleba is on a yellow card for 25 minutes. Roku just gets the better of him. JSK says need a goalkeeper seriously. Need a right back as well seriously, JSK, because they're targeting Rico Lewis all the time. Jeremy Doku in there with the ball. Doku does absolutely well. Erling Haaland was almost through there. City are pressing well since the goal, to be honest. We cannot lose this. I know 5 spots guarantee Champions League, but still. And our schedule is good till the end, but JSK says goalkeeper right back in camp. First, we need to defend the goal, and it's a corner. JSK right back is right back is Andrea Kembe. As so they say the deal is almost done, so I'm happy with that. We might get Theo Hernandez as well in the left back as contract with Milan has almost started, and this kind of a civil war going on between the directors and fans and stuff at AC Milan. So I think Theo Hernandez is available as a cover. That's a goal kick. Well defended there. Cam, I think will go heavy on Florian Wirtz. We're getting Florian Wirtz. The box to box player could be Camavinga, like in Gotham we're discussing. I think the thing here is we have forwards. Forwards are stacked up. Doku, Savinho, Oscar Bob, Marmos, Haaland. Maybe if you want to put Grealish in there, you can put Grealish in there. So the forwards are stacked. Ikai Gundogan, Yasko Guardiola. Gautam says after seeing PSG and most of the top teams, one thing is evident: the future is pace and high pressing. The energy was unbelievable, Gautam, from PSG's midfield with Vitinha and all of those. Ikai Gundogan with the ball. Ah, that was a chance, Erling. That was a chance. Who finishes like that? That was a chance. Erling Haaland in his prime would have actually. I mean, he's in his prime, but in his prime form, that's what I meant to say. Erling Haaland in his prime form would have just guided it to the far corner. Ah, that was a chance for Erling Haaland, to be honest. I mean, I cannot imagine us playing with this midfield with PSG's Vitinha, Joao Neves, and Fabian Rui. That's impossible. I think if PSG would have been in this league, they could have won the bloody league over Liverpool. To be honest, yes, they outperformed Liverpool in both the legs. The score line for that Liverpool PSG tie should have honestly been 6-1 PSG, something like that, something insane like that. To be honest. Yes, because we have pace, but the IQ level of both the wingers is negative. And the third winger is never sober. He's always drunk. In Jack Grealish. I think Jack Grealish, when drunk, has more IQ than both Savinho and Doku when they're sober, and that tells you a lot about how our wingers are playing. Can Savinho pass the ball faster? Why is he holding on to the ball so much? I just don't understand. Look at Savinho there. He could have just released someone and I don't know. Gautam says there's a chance that City might offer 160 million plus McAtee to Bayer Leverkusen for Words and Frimpong. Definitely Frimpong is not coming, Gautam. I think it's Andrea Cambiaso, 60 million. The deal is almost done. Because again, with Frimpong, yes, I agree, you're getting more crosses into the box in attacking sense, but defensively, what are you getting more than a Rico Lewis? Frimpong, I think, is not a better defender than a Rico Lewis, and Frimpong is not a back four kind of a system player. Again, with Jeremy Frimpong in the team playing a back four, you cannot win the Champions League for sure. When did we win the Champions League? When you bloody put Cancel out and played a defensively minded player in there like Kyle Walker or an Akanji in the midfield. Sorry, at right back. With Frimpong, I'm sorry, you're not going to win the Champions League. Yes, you could do well in the Prem, but no. They will always bombard you. Imagine Vinicius Jr. against Frimpong. He'll die. He'll be dead. The contest will be over. I want Andrew Cambia so that Italian. I've seen clips on him and the Italian defensive combative mindset is there and he's an excellent crosser of the ball. And he's two-footed as well. Savinho, Marmoush, Savinho, what a beautiful link-up play. Can can someone tell me? Can someone tell me what kind of a take was Savinho there? What kind of a shot did Savinho do there? Can someone please tell me what the hell did Savinho do there? What the hell did Savinho do there, guys? Do let me know. What the fuck was Savinho doing there? The defender didn't do anything. That just opened up. Bloody hell, what did Savinho do there, guys? What the fuck was Savinho doing there? Open goal for a left footer. What the fuck was that, Gautam? What the fuck was that? Open goal. Imagine Riyad Mahrez coming on to that. Marmoush has been superb. And just look at what Savinho does. I mean, you cannot get a much better opportunity than that being a left-footed player. I'm imagining people like Riyad Mahrez and even Raheem Sterling, for example, even though he's a right footer, would have scored of that, to be honest. What the fuck was that? Gautam says, sorry, mate, we don't have pace. Legs, exactly, legs is the problem, Gautam. Legs is the problem. I think we have been discussing it since we lost to Spurs 4-0 at the Etihad. Who loses 4-0 to Spurs at home? That to that team. JSK says, by the way, this year Ballon d'Or is going to Dembele, mark my words. If Barca wins the UCL, if Barca wins If Barca wins the UCL, then Rafinha or Yamal. I think if Barca to win the UCL, there's an inter-sized hurdle. I think people are really sleeping on Inter Milan. They conceded, I think, one goal from open play all season, and the other goal was a penalty when they've literally won the tie. I think against Feyenoord or something. So, and the team that has defeated them, Bayer Leverkusen, is out of the Champions League. So Inter have conceded in 10 games, 8 plus 2. Inter have conceded 2 goals. And when you look at how Barcelona play high offside trap, that's what Inter also wants. Baleba should have scored there. He was running into the box and we were not doing anything. So if Barcelona have to go through their winter, and then I think if it's a final between Barcelona and PSG, I think PSG will win that. Luis Enrique, he knows Spanish manager. He knows the Barcelona style. He use Usman Dembele. I mean, just can't imagine Dembele playing as a false nine with Kvaratskhelia and Brocola. Barcelona defending them with that high false offside trap. Just cannot imagine that. Ruben Diaz, Stephen Ortega. Gotham says Savinio is poor, man. He needs to put a lot of efforts to be at that level, man. He's not at that level. But Gotham, if you watch last seasons, it's an offside. But Gautam, I don't know why Savinho is doing that, because if you watch last season's La Liga, I've followed him because Girona, and we had Jan Kut on loan, and there were links with Savinho and stuff. And Girona was competing for the title last season as well. Savinho scored, I think, 12 goals, 13 goals, and he used to score from outside the box. His finishing was supreme. His finishing was very, very good. He was very confident. He was their MVP. You know, how many times he got the man of the match, Savinho? His shooting was superb last season. I think it's a confidence problem more than a shooting problem. He is at that level, is not just confident enough. Savinho reminds me of Mahrez. If you guys remember Mahrez first season, Mahrez was not good. First season, season and a half, Mahrez was not at all that good, to be honest. And we all questioned his move, dressing room start with Aguero and all of those things. And look how it's turned out. I think it's a confidence problem for Savinho more than anything else, to be honest. JSK says play Oscar Bob over Savinho, and Oscar Bob is two-footed as well. And by the way, I think Oscar Bob and Savinho both are of a similar age. Erling Haaland. Ah, Gundo. A big salute to you, Gundo. A big salute to you. Gautam says Bob is ready. He'll be available after the international break. Yes, he is. He is. I've seen the press conference. He is. And I think if Bob wasn't injured, he would start. But then I think Bob is 2 years, 3 years older than Savinho. I think Savinho 19 and Bob is around 21, 22. I think we must not forget how young Savinho is. And the context is how Riyad Mahrez at 26, 27 came into a team that was Premier League champions. We were winning title after title and struggled for an year. So I think just want to say we need to give. Can you please pass it, you idiot? I think it's Josko Guardiola. What the fuck was he doing? That's a good pass, Omar Marmoush. What a goal! What a goal that is! This guy is a champion! This guy is an absolute champion! Omar Marmoush! Wow, what a strike that is! Wow! Whoever has signed him, salute to them, big salute! Wow, what a goal that is! What a strike that is from Omar Marmoush! Kadam says, what a goal! Exactly, Golazo, what a goal! What a goal that was from Omar Marmoush! Wow! Wow, just look at it. I think Nico Gonzalez does well to get the ball back, and the strike from Omar Marmoush is just superb. Assist will go to Gundogan, but it was all about. I mean, it's almost a replay of. It's almost a replay of Parvez Estupinian's goal. The posts are kind today. The posts are absolutely kind today for both the teams. Wow! Just look at that. It hit the upright and goes in. Wow! What a goal from Omar Marmoush. The technique is just superb. This season we have lacked someone who could actually take shots like that, to be honest. The work from Nico Gonzalez there initially to get the ball to Ilkay Gundogan was also very good. I think it is literally good. JSK says Marmoush needs Haaland to unlock him. He can't play as a solo striker. The reason he can't play as a solo striker, JSK, is I don't think he's got the physicality to play as a solo striker, to be honest. And then man mark him like hell. Rico Lewis fell down and the referee says, get up. I don't want bloody Jeremy Doku making those, trying to make those tackles in a penalty box. Can we just defend this well? Again, look at it. Omar Marmoush scoring the goal and then defending. Wonderful work by Omar Marmoush on both sides of the box. His counter press has been good. And I think the future, Gautam, is 4-4-1-1. Future, guys, is 4-4-1-1 literally. And I think we are planning for that. And Gautam says, honestly, I would rather want City to go for Rodrigo than go for Camavinga. Yes, Rodrigo would be an absolute dream, Gautam. Uh, Rodrigo is an absolute dream. The reason is, after Raheem Sterling, people criticize Raheem Sterling a lot because his near post finish. I mean, his finishing is shit. But I have not seen a. If you have seen a player, please tell me. But I have not seen a player like Raheem Sterling. Jeremy Doku, look at there. You can doubt his IQ, but you can't doubt his pace. Look at it. You can't doubt his strength. I've not seen a player who makes those near post runs like Raheem Sterling does. Savinho, can you please pass the ball? Savinho acts as if the ball is his own property. What the fuck? But I've not seen a player who makes those near post runs like Raheem Sterling. We used to underestimate so much the runs Raheem Sterling used to make. He used to miss tap-ins, but the effort he used to put in, reaching there, that was always underestimated. I mean, have you seen a player do that in the Prem? I've not. And I think Rodrigo comes very close to that, making those near post runs, from the blind side of defenders and something. Making. What the fuck was that? What the fuck is this? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What the hell was Ruben Diaz thinking? What the hell was Who was it? Was it Nico? It was. I mean, Nico Gonzalez. What the hell was Nico Gonzalez thinking there? What the fuck was Nico Gonzalez thinking there? To be honest, I just don't understand that. Gautam says our Egyptian king is better than Liverpool's. That is absolutely true, but what the hell was that? I thought Brighton scored there. I thought it was 2-2. What the hell was that misunderstanding there? How much do we need Rodri? Bayaji Sierra Bayaji, how are you doing? Bayaji says Marmoush is an Arjun like aim. What a finisher. He aimed at the post as well. If Estepinian can do it, why can't I? Foden used to take those strikes, but Omar Marmoush taking it now. Let us imagine we play a 4-4-1-1. What do you guys think is Foden's future in this team? And let us imagine Omar Marmoush is playing the kind of game he's playing. What do you guys think is Foden's future in this team? And we get words. For example, which means you have your four defenders, Haaland and Marmoush, and two wingers, Jeremy Doku and Savinho, and in the middle, I think you have Rodri who starts when he's fit, and then I think you're playing a box to box player like a Camavinga, Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, it's actually interesting next season. I mean, how do you play both Marmoush and Haaland together? I mean, and get words as well. Is he planning to play words of the right? To be honest, I don't know how this fits in. To be honest, because I mean, are you looking to play two attacking midfielders in both Foden and Words? I don't know how that works with Rodri holding. I just don't know if that can be possible. Jeremy Doku with the ball, can we score one more and break Brighton's confidence? Omar Marmoush does exceptionally well. That's a Brighton free kick. Bayaji says today Nikos. Meanwhile, Xavi has zero composure in front of goal. But Bayaji, how much? What an easy goal that was! What an easy goal that was, right? For Savio, it opened up as a left footer. You just have to place it. How difficult could it have been? I don't know. Why this says today Savio's movement, Nico's turn of Bozo movement. Nico has not been good today, I'll be very honest. Why this is after we get a quality camp, Foden must accept winger's role or come off the bench. That is true. I mean that's what I'm thinking. Can Foden play attacking midfield? Can we please defend this corner? Can we please go in with the lead? That's a goal kick. Well defended there. Kusanov has been excellent. I'll say who has been excellent today. Kusanov has been absolutely excellent. I don't know where they kicked him. Where they kicked Joao Pedro. I just don't know. Kusanov is kicking merciless. There, maybe Uzbek Mafia. I don't know. The score thing is just not updating. So let us actually see. JSK's update your scorecard, and that's what actually I've been looking at JSK. I think there's a connectivity problem there. It's actually not updating. I thought I'll just look at it in the break. Jeremy Doku. Wonderful skill by Jeremy Doku, but no one was there. No one was there. I'll just update it in the break, to be honest. We'll see what the issue is. Just because of Saudi Pro League, I'm a kind of OG guy who sticks to emotions. Saudi Pro League. It's interesting. The server's actually not reachable. I don't know why. I just have to check it in the break, but the server's not reachable there, to be honest. Omar Marmouz again, what a touch. Jeremy Doku, can he play that pass? Ah, Savinho gets there. Jeremy Doku. I think that's the end of the half. The server's down, Jessica. The server's down actually from where I get the timer. The servers are down. I don't know why the servers are down. By Jesus, how I wish we had a box to box midfielder this season. Would have made a big difference. I honestly think both are the problems by Ajay. I think both. I think uh, I think both were the problems by Ajay because the moment Rodri got injured, I think you are left without a CDM and without a box to box player and in a way without a cam. People just look at Rodri's injury and actually say that, how are you dependent on one player? It's not the dependence on Rodri for me because the moment Rodri was out for the season with the ACL, which I wish he never suffers that ACL again, but a DM was gone, which meant you had to bring Gundogan to a DM. Gundogan this season was bought because he could share the workload with De Bruyne because De Bruyne would be injured and Phil Foden. You just don't didn't know that if you could trust Phil Foden all the time in the camp position. So honestly, Pep's idea was the bulk of the workload would be shared between Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne, and then you could play Phil Foden there for some time. So that was in the attacking midfield position. That was the plan. So I think the moment Rodri was injured, Gundo had to play that CDM position because Kovacic, let's be honest, is not that defensively good. So I think you were De Bruyne was injured, Foden was injured. If you remember at this till mid-season almost, he had some personal problems. So literally because of that one injury, your cam went to DM and your DM Gundogan at DM is not good enough, and Kovacic at box to box is not good enough without a DM. And suddenly all of your three positions are shit. Suddenly all of your three positions are absolutely shit. So so I actually think that is a problem this season because I thought we need a box to box midfielder, but then I thought we need a DM first, then box to box. Now we got Nico. There is a little bit stability. I know this match has been shit, but there's a little bit stability there. And I think City have been smart in recruiting Kushanov there. What a player Kushanov has been, Now I firmly believe if you make your debut against Chelsea, have a shit start. Because all remember the defenders who had a great start against Chelsea. Eliquim Mangala against Diego Costa on his debut match against Chelsea under Pellegrini was just out of this world. And people thought he was the next Rio Ferdinand, Vidic and stuff, and he was shit after that. So, and anyway, guys, if any of you have been following Zumba Bass matches at in France for launch, I think it was against Marseille. He was absolutely superb. He was absolutely superb, Zumba Ba there. His physicality, his strength. It just looks like a 25-year Rodiger was playing there. So I think the problem by Aji was the entirety of midfield. You look at this midfield, zero creativity, zero legs, zero energy. Bernardo Silva also went to shit, no creativity, no legs, no energy. It was as if you're playing with no midfield. That was the problem. The entirety of midfield was problem. That's why they're good. They're going for Ederson. They're going for Florian Woods. It's gonna be 200 million pounds. I mean, 300 million pounds midfield revamp, Florian Wirtz, and one of Camavinga, Bruno Guimaraes or Edison, and we already got Nico Gonzalez. And now I think if you look at that midfield, Kovacic sounds like a bit of a decent backup. They're showing the goals. Mamos was very, very good there. JS says about Camavinga, I would rather trust uh, I would trust Nico O'Reilly than him. One O'Reilly than him. I mean, with Nico O'Reilly, it's absolutely very interesting. I think the news is that Pep Guardiola says Nico O'Reilly as the heir to Rodri's throne. That's why they actually say that we will not sign a direct Rodri replacement. Fewest Premier League appearances to 100 goal involvements. Erling Haaland 94, and he's got 21 goals in a shit season. I think he can get around 25, 26 easily. You're asking me about the 30 goal mark. I just don't know. Yes, I think now the servers are kind of back. I think now I think we'll have the scorecard updated. I'm looking at the free kick there. It was a soft foul on Josko Guardian. You know why the servers are down? You know why the servers are down? Because I bloody did not update my Google Chrome. What the hell? The servers are actually down, to be honest. I'm just not able to access anything. So, but the strike from Omar Marmoush, yeah, that is what Phil Foden was doing. You look at the space for Omar Marmoush last season. That is what Phil Foden was doing. That is what Phil Foden was actually doing last season. I mean, last season Phil Foden had 11 goals from outside the box in the Prem itself. And I think was that not what Phil Foden was doing? And this season they actually were tied to Phil Foden. They're showing Nottingham Forest goals, but just because Rodri isn't going anywhere next 5 years, don't see him waiting for that long. And also, just I don't see Rodri playing every match next season. I don't see Rodri playing every match next season. So I think Nico Riley can actually. So I actually think Nico Riley can bed into the team because Nico Riley is 19 years old. Rodri is around 28 this season. So I think 3 more years, 4 more years, and Nico Riley slowly will come into his prime at 22, 23, and he'll be playing few matches here and there, and he'll be getting that exposure. And by the time Rodri is almost winding down, Nico Riley will be ready. I think it's a perfect succession plan. I would say it's an even better plan than what we did with Rodri and Fernandinho. I mean, people nowadays are having this obsession of, especially seeing Lamine Yamal and all. People are having this obsession of you can start playing at 18, 19, and all 18, 19 years, even 17 years, and all of that stuff. But when you go and track back the players who have started their career at 16, 17, year Pedri's, Gavis, and you see by the time they're reaching even 25, 26, they're already run ragged, they're already injured, they're gone. I think the best time to expose a young player to consistent top level football is I think around 22 years, 23 years, like Pep has actually done with Foden. I think Foden's been consistently in the team what since the last 2 years and is at 22 something, 21, 22 then. So I think that's the best time. Then you'll have your career till 32, 33. I think Michael Owen was an example. Started at 16, career finished at 24, 25 due to injuries and stuff. So I think Pep is grooming well. I think the ideal age is around 23, 22, 23 to absolutely break in. The defenders will be having next season are actually superb. We'll be having Juma Ba joining this. I think we'll also be having Callum Doyle joining this group. He was superb. He's been superb on his loans and he was superb last season in pre-season for us as well. So I actually think he'll be there. And also I think we are forming this core very well. You know, Nico Gonzalez, Rodri. Imagining you get a Camavinga or one of those players. So let us think Camavinga. I think we'll sell Kovacic this season. Then you have Nico O'Reilly coming in. So literally you have now four players for those two spots. With Nico O'Reilly being the youngest one. So it's actually going to be very, very interesting. The IPL is also starting, guys. Which teams do you support in IPL? Do let me know. Next week, this time, the IPL is starting. Festival of Cricket. Say, it's going to be interesting. Which teams do you support? Do let me know. I think we are actually back for the half. Just yeah, I think I think we are actually there. There were some connection problems there, but yeah, I think there were some connection problems there, but now we are back. Yes, the scorecards also updated. The time was also updated, so it's fine. JSK says CSK biggest fan of Dhoni. Same year I quit cricket when he retired. It's absolutely the same with me, JSK. I was a great fan of Sachin, and once Sachin retired, I mean that last Test match against West Indies, I was like in a very emotional mood, and yeah, I'm, after that I've been seeing cricket, but it's not like when Sachin was there. When Sachin was there, literally used to rush from Brighton is in. That's a great challenge, fantastic challenge from Josko Guardiola. That one. That was just super from Josko Guardiola there. Yeah. So like when Sachin was there, it was different. He used to rush back from school and see what Sachin's score was right at the bus stop. He used to go into a shop and see what Sachin's score was, how much he was batting on and stuff, and all of those things. And Brighton score again. Cushion own goal. It's a cushion own goal. It's 2-2. Brighton score. Jack Hinselwood, cushion own goal. 2-2. What the hell is happening, guys? What the hell is happening? Jack Hinselwood. It's 2-2. What the hell is happening, guys? What the hell was that? It's a cushion own goal. Ah! Jesus is unlucky. Ah, Ortega could have just gathered it. Ah, the match is again 2-2. Again, we have to chase. What a match. Kushino has been the best player till now, and it's a Kushino own goal. 2-2. The perfect start Brighton would have wanted after the break. I mean, we must not be in a situation where you rely on other teams to get you into top four. I don't want to be in a situation where you want Chelsea to lose and stuff. Gautam says that was very unlucky. Again, I think Gautam, it's a lack of experience. I think, especially as a centre back, I think it's just a lack of experience. I think that's why they say that centre backs get into their prime at 27, 28, because the experience in those moments, what to do, because the spin of the ball, where it was going, awareness of your keeper. I know it's a lot to process, but that's what you literally need to do when you're a centre back. I think it was more of just a lack of experience. I think that's it. But he's been superb this season, Kusanov. Apart from that one mistake against Chelsea, he's been very good. This is unlucky, like you said. Little bit lack of experience. I think when these moments happen, we must not forget Kusanov is just 19. I would like to see the pairing of Kusanov and Jobaba. This is not unlucky. This is pure bullshit from Savinho. What the fuck was Savinho thinking there? To be honest, what the fuck was Savinho thinking there? To be honest. Ah, perfect start for Brighton in this second half, to be honest. Pep Guardiola said every game right now is a final and we are playing like absolute shit. Brighton dominating us with their one-twos in the midfield. I think, like Baiji said, we are lacking a box-to-box midfielder, but we are even lacking a CDM. I think no one's breaking up play there. Then Nico Gonzalez again with Gundogan and Marmoush always in that attacking mode. I think you need a box to box midfielder to break it up. Gundogan at his absolute best. Bernardo at their best used to do that, but Gundogan ain't got the legs for that. I think you City need to bring in Jack Grealish for this. I think Jack Grealish should be very, very interesting because Grealish should draw a section of Brighton defenders and leave people like Marmoush free. So Jack Grealish should be very, very interesting. That is an excellent pickup from Guardiola, but who is there to pick? Who is there for the pick up the second pieces? Ah, that ball evaded everybody. It was a tap in for Minte. Brighton are getting closer and closer. Brighton are getting absolutely closer. Gautam says we are very lucky now. I mean, we have been very poor on the second balls, Gautam, today. We are very poor on Guardiola makes the challenge, picks up the ball, but there's no one to get onto the second ball. Big problem. We are breaking up play decently, but no one's getting on the second ball. We need Jack Grealish. I think we need Jack Grealish for this. I don't know who his subs are gonna be, but we need Jack Grealish. I would have preferred a 2-1, but 2. What a signing Minte is turning out to be honest. Look at Fabian Hasler there is disappointed. Omar Marmoush there again looking to shoot. The cross was not good for Savio. For Gundogan, to be honest. Gautam, which team do you support, by the way, in the IPL? Paul Barber, the Brighton CEO, sitting there. Odegaard as well. I think defensively we have been good. Yes, two goals, but not the fault of our centre backs. Of course, Kushner was unlucky, but that's a very good ball. Jeremy Doku does absolutely brilliantly there against Baleba. Can you just pass it, Jeremy? He does. Jeremy Doku has bullied Baleba to be honest today. Once or twice, he's got him on a yellow card as well. How about you miss someone like a John Stones in these situations? He has the ability to play out of the press, even maybe an Akanji as well. Nico Gonzalez has been piss poor today. That's it out. And Julian Lescott is there. Who's the other one with Julian Lescott? Is Yaya Taure? It's dark. There's not much light on there, so I can see it. But looks like Yaya Taure in there in the house with Julian Lescott. Sitting in dimmed light, both of them. I think that's a Brighton throw in, to be honest. The match is tense. It's a city chain. Oh my god! Don't do this, Pep. Don't do this, Pep. What the fuck is he doing, man? At least bring on Jack Grealish. Why is Bernardo Silva coming? What the hell is this, guys? What the fuck is this, Bernardo Silva? At least with Savio, you had a bit of dynamism. Now the game is just going to become too much boring. That's an excellent tackle from Josko Guardiola. Jeremy Doku cannot keep it. Why do you want to dribble out of a defensive area, Jeremy? What the fuck was Jeremy Doku trying? Low IQ in those situations. Why do you want to dribble out of those situations when you can just pass the ball? I'm not even telling you to put it long, just really pass. That is excellent play. That is what you would want. Josko Guardiola joining in the attack. Now Jeremy Doku, Baleba doubling up on Omar Marmoush is just absolutely electric. That's a city throw in. Marmoush is absolutely electric. Those one twos. It just seems that we're missing Rodri now. That's all. Bernardo Silva gets us a throw in. 'Throw. In. 'Throw. In. 'Throw. In. 'Throw. 'In. 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 'Throw. 'In I know Pep wants to control the game, but I think you better bring on Jack Grealish or Bernardo Silva to control the game, to be honest. Minte is free. Josko against Minte. Josko against Minte. That is wonderful defending from Josko Guardiola again. Brighton are the ones who are looking they could score now. Marmoush gets the ball, good pressing from City. Erling Haaland. Jeremy Doku. There's a ball on to Bernardo Silva. Can he just find it? No, but Jeremy Doku wants to dribble and is done absolutely very well. He's given a dive against Bernardo Silva in there. Let's see the replay. He's given a dive against Bernardo Silva. Baleba cannot touch him. Well, that's not a dive. When a defender makes a tackle like that, what do you expect? Do you want to get your legs chopped off? That's definitely not a dive. Verbruggen there kicking it out. That is wonderful from Josko Guardiola, to be honest. Excellent from Josko Guardiola. Ah! Omar Marmoush! Ah, Gautam, Omar Marmoush! I thought he scored there. Wow! How did Omar Marmoush not score there? Ah, maybe he was offside, but what a ball from Josko Guardiola that was. I think it was slightly offside there, but the miss was criminal. Marmoush had to score that. Once it's gone past the keeper, he had to lift it there. The other says Marmoush was off. Yeah, but he didn't know, I think, at that moment. But the ball from Josko Guardiola, play Josko Guardiola in the bloody midfield. He's been more creative than a creative art teacher, if that makes sense. Ortega does well at the near post. I think Mitoma was off. Last match it was similar thing with Hudson Odoi and Edison didn't save that. No, he was not off. It's a corner for Brighton. This time we have defended it well. Baleba is under real pressure. But again, what a combination plays. The first time we have seen Guardiola being activated on that left side and the run of Mermoz. I think with Andrea Cambiaso, the combination will be very good. Andrea Cambiaso, Florian Wirtz, Josko Guardiola, everyone supplying people like Mermoz and Haaland will be there. That will just be brutal. I think the Premier League ain't ready for what's coming next season with City. One attempt in the second half, and Brighton five attempts in the second half. If that doesn't tell you anything, nothing will. To be honest. That's a foul on Josko Guardiola is down. I hope he's not injured himself a lot. Let's check the scores of the games. Wolves 2, Southampton nil. Start Larsen with both the goals. Forest 3, Ipswich nil. Interesting, Milenkovic scores the first goal and an assist as well. Wow, Milinkovic. Wow, I have him in my fantasy team. A defender with a goal and an assist. It's not something you'll see every day. Nico Gonzalez. I mean, the no progressive passes from Nico Gonzalez, which Rodri used to do. No runs from Josko Guardiola today. Ruben Diaz, Edison. Haaland does absolutely well, and Marmoush does superbly there. Rico Lewis is grown into the game well, to be honest. Rico Lewis. To be fair, they haven't attacked him as much down that side. That's a foul. Gundogan with the foul. What the fuck were you doing, Gundogan? Ricolo is in acres of space. He goes out wide to the boring Bernardo Silva. The run from Haaland was almost perfect there. It's a City throw in. City are slowly growing into the game now. The first 15 sort of minutes of this half were of Brighton, but in the last 8-10 minutes, we have come into the game very well. That's a foul on Bernardo Silva. Forest has been very impressive this season, I would say. I would love Forest to finish second and Arsenal to finish third, to be honest. That would be hilarious. Gundogan and Bernardo Silva with the free kick, but I would rather want Omar Marmoush on it. Can you please take the free kick, Gundo? Gundogan as well. I don't want this to be a draw, to be honest. Useless for both the teams, if I would say. And that too, this is at our home, so I think we can do well. And we can do well to win it, but Ikai Gundogan does well. Gautam says sideways, backwards, and repeat. Gautam, since Bernardo Silva has come in, I'm just feeling that Gundogan's got the ball in a good position. Josko Guardiol, Jeremy Doku. Jeremy, can you just bloody pass the ball? Ruben Diaz is holding up very well. Nico Gonzalez. Marmos just couldn't turn and shoot. City are just piling the pressure on Brighton. This is one of the best phases in the match that we have had. Brighton have no way out. They're locked in a cage. Now, this is the prime City, how we would have been. This is superb. We have locked Brighton in a cage. Gautam the sideways, backwards, and repeat. You know, Gautam, how it's since Bernardo Silva's come on, I felt like I'm in a washing machine. Rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. That's how it's actually been. Gautam says Gundo tried the Everton turn. I mean, he just caught up on him, to be honest, Gautam. But that Everton turn was hilarious. It was, I mean, it was superb. That day, a lot of Arsenal fans are hoping Everton will get something from us, and Gundogan single-handedly won us the title that day. And you know, the most hilarious thing that day was there was someone called as Mark Goldbriggs. He switched off his stream at halftime, and he went away. The hate that person has for City is just something else. Jeremy Doku there. Jeremy Doku goes past Baleba. I think Baleba cannot touch him. Baleba leaves him. I just cannot find Omar Marmoush. Rico Lewis is in there. Jeremy Doku is just wrecking havoc there. He just cannot find Omar Marmoush or a free player there. Bernardo Silva with the cross. Ah, why didn't Ortega catch it? Maybe on the line, I don't know. They're just trying to play Jeremy Doku in right now. It's a free kick to City. Southampton have scored one. Let's see who scored. Oh wow. I think today, at least in the fantasy, is a very lucky day for me. Paul Paul Onuachu scores. Wow. West Ham score as well, no, but unclean sheet. Wow, Southend scores and Bowen assist, and I have both of them in my fantasy team. Wow, wow, wow. It's just turning out to be something else, fantasy wise. Just see if I have all of those players in my fantasy team. Paolo Novacho will come up because he's not playing. Gautam says Pep has always evolved in this league every season. The only thing that he hasn't changed is his play style from possession to counter attack. That's the only change left for me to see in this regime. Erling Haaland, Omar Marmoush, Phil Foden, Haaland, Nico Gonzalez. There you don't pass back, Nico. We underestimate Rodri's aspect of passing the ball forward more often than back. That is more evident in this match more than ever. I don't know Phil Foden why Phil Foden doesn't pass there. I think Gautam Pep as a manager will never completely switch to counter-attacking mode. I think the best counter-attacking style that we have seen is in the Centurion season. I think that will be it. But what I think is just looking at how football is changing. I think I look at people like Arne Slot. I look at even Luis Enrique at PSG. When I look at these teams, Kevin De Bruyne is walking there. We need him. So when I look at these teams, what these teams have done is they have gone from in a single game they played possession based football, counter attack based football. They've sat on the ball. This is super from Jeremy Doku. He's gone past Baleba for the millionth time today. That's a corner for City. If only Doku had a little bit of an end product, we would be final probably or 5-2. Little bit more young end product. So I think that is kind of the future of where the game's going. I don't think there were cycles like in the 90s there were this possession based football emphasis, and then in the 2000s it again came back to, and again in 2000s with the emergence of Mourinho's at Porto and then to Chelsea, it again came back to that counter-attacking style. And then in the 2000s, late 2000s, Pep obviously comes at Barcelona and it's a possession-based style. I think this time, Gautam just hits the post. Unlucky Gautam, unlucky. With that corner, it was so unlucky. But yeah, I think this time the cycle is not gonna be your Inter or your Napoli or your uh, teams like that, Inter, Napoli, have missed any other team. Probably the resurgence of Serie A teams, defensively. I don't think it's going to be that. I think this cycle is going to be teams who can play multiple formations according to the situations in the game. I think that's what Pep will actually try to do. That will be Pep's aim, I think, to be honest. And for implementing any of that, I guess you need legs in the midfield. Motel says defensively we're a bit shaky. I honestly think defensively we've been all right. I mean, both the goals you see, they have not been from open play. To be honest, that we have conceded one from a free kick and the other from a corner, which is unlucky. I think defensively, I'm very satisfied with how Kusanov has played, how Rico Lewis has played, how Josko Guardiola's played. That's a free kick to Brighton. So defensively, I'm quite satisfied again. And the attacking wise, Marmoush, and they've been very good. I think midfield, no creativity in the midfield, and our wingers. I mean, the amount of chances Savinho needs to score that. Doku needs to have a final ball. I think we are looking at a score line of 4-2, at least 3-2 if Savinho scores. We have been bad in many matches this season. For example, against Forest, we deserve to lose. Against Liverpool, we probably were not good. I mean, there are matches where we were not good this season, but this is not the match. In this match, we've been very, very good. We don't deserve to lose. They're not giving Phil Foden space to shoot. Brighton have come out on the counter attack. I think Kusanov needs to run fast here. Kusanov. Ah, that was an open goal. That was a match. Gautam, that was a match. Carlos Baleba shit day ends. What else is lucky miss? Carlos Baleba's shitty day ends like this. This is a perfect audition for City. A perfect audition for City. I don't know what Ruben Diaz was doing. Yeah, the ball was just a bit behind Ruben Diaz, to be honest. Fabian Hasler just falls down. Well, we have been really lucky in this match. Brighton are making three changes. I don't think City are making any changes. But yeah, I think there will definitely be a change of style. But for me, one of the intriguing things is, and the point which Gautam mentioned, one of the intriguing about style of play, one of the intriguing things is, Pep has never gone on and copied someone, With Pep, it's always been he was the one who's, for example, bought his goalkeepers to the danger is not over again. How the hell? This is, I mean, Kushano has been the senior defender and not Ruben Diaz. Literally, of the back four, I think Diaz has been the worst. And Doku has been the best. Doku needs to play that ball. Ah! Erling Haaland's run was gone, but Doku just does not play the pass. I don't know why. What the fuck was that? Guys, Jeremy Doku had the chance to play Erling Haaland in one-on-one, and Erling Haaland was in his vision of sight. Why doesn't Jeremy Doku play that pass? I don't understand. What the fuck was that? Erling Haaland was through one-on-one, and Doku does not play that pass. What the fuck was it with Jeremy Doku? Is he thinking he's playing FIFA or something? Gautam says Baleba wins it in his audition. So Gautam, like I was actually telling, Pep has never adapted to any style. He's been sort of the one who's brought the style before. So I'm very intrigued to see what kind of style he brings in next season. Will it be both the fullbacks cutting in? How will it be? I'm imagining just seeing shades of how Pep wants to play this season. What I see is Kevin De Bruyne is coming in. King Kevin settle it? 6 minutes plus 4 minutes of added time. Probably 10 minutes for King Kevin to settle it. To be honest. I mean, looking at the style of play, I think Pep Guardiola is it seems like Pep Guardiola wants both his fullbacks to provide the width, and he wants both his wingers to be narrow. And Oscar Bob suit this narrative. I don't know if Doku does. Maybe Doku does. I don't know. And Marmoush certainly does. So I'll not be surprised if next season Bob starts on the right and Marmoush on the left, and Savio and Doku are backup wingers, especially looking at Marmoush as I see that one and us going for Wordsworth is going to play central and Marmoush cutting in off the left. I think the change in style is I think Pep has realized you just cannot play both your fullbacks tucking in or even one of your fullback tucking in, because again what that will mean is teams are just putting balls out. Teams are much better at those long balls now, so they're going out to the winger and then it's becoming very difficult for the fullback to get back. So I think fullbacks will hold the width, and and I think that's gonna be the style, to be honest. Which means when a fullback is holding his width, suddenly it's not so easy to double up on your winger, to be honest. Or it could also be one fullback holding the width and the other fullback tacking in. It's going to be intriguing, but Pep is not going to follow what the herd is doing. Gotham says in place of Marmoush, why doesn't he remove Gundogan? Now all of Pep's favorite players are on the pitch: Gundogan, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. The old class of 2016 is Pep's class of 2016 is alive and kicking. Let me check the scores of the other teams as well. Uh, if Forest have conceded, which means my clean sheet for Milenkovic will not be there, but still, please get the ball out of Brighton's half. To be honest, Estupinian is down. To be honest, 5. I think it's a free kick for City. And this is KDB region, and it's not exactly KDB region, but I mean justice would be if Kusano somehow gets ahead to it and scores. That would be justice. Please, will let Kevin De Bruyne take this. This looks like Kevin De Bruyne's destiny. And I have the famous, not the red bottle, the maroon bottle in my hand. So let's see. Ah, that was just so close. That was very close. Just went past the post, to be honest. I mean, there's a deflection on it for sure. I think there's a deflection from Gundogan. 4 minutes of added time. Let us just look at the table, to be honest. Jeremy Doku. It's a corner for City. The table's actually very interesting. Chelsea are fourth, City are fifth. Wow, it's getting difficult and difficult. Newcastle have a game in hand now, and I think we're drawing, so it's 48. I think ideally, if we would have won, I think it would be fine. Can we get the winner? I know why Ortega is launching it. Jeremy Doku's first touch is immaculate as always, and his final ball is just shit as always. What the fuck? It's interesting. The race for top five is like very, very, very tight. I know the City fans are leaving early, but the race for top five is so complicated. If you see, can we have one last chance? That's the thing. Thing here is, I think Newcastle and Chelsea play each other once, so I think Nico Gonzalez, can he find something? He finds Jeremy Doku. Why doesn't Jeremy Doku cross? I just don't. Guardiola does well. We have one more minute to be honest. One last attack. Can we do this? What's happening in the West Ham game? Let's just check. Can we create one last attack? Maybe not. I think it's just the this battle for top four is just getting intriguing. I mean, on the balance of play, I think a draw is the fair result. But I'll just bring the standings again in front of you guys. And the good thing is, none of the teams competing for top six, maybe except top five, maybe except Brighton, have that consistency. Look at it. I mean, all the matches today have been draws 2-2, 1-1. I think Wolves, Southampton is 1-2, but yeah, Southampton's already relegated. I mean, it's actually very interesting. I mean, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, seventh place, eighth place are separated by at least 5 to 8 are separated by 4 points. They're all on the same number of matches. Chelsea against Arsenal. You ideally want that match to be an Arsenal. I don't want to say this, but an Arsenal win because that would then help us in the top four bit. Anyway, Arsenal are not gonna win the league, so I don't know about that. But I mean, the table looks fascinating for me. I mean, what are our next fixtures? If maybe I can have that. I think now we have I think we have the FA Cup on the 30th of March. Oh, what it's showing that, yeah. I think we have the FA Cup on the 30th of March, and then yeah, after the international break, obviously we have the FA Cup on the 30th of March, and then a midweek fixture against Leicester at home. If you don't win this, forget about top five. You don't deserve to be anywhere near top. You don't deserve to be in the league. I think this is at home. United away will be, but again, it's at Old Trafford, so I don't know. I want us to win this. Palace at home, again, they're a dangerous side. Everton away. Villa at home is tough, obviously, but then it depends. If they're deep in the Champions League, Unai Emery might rotate. Wolves at home, you've got to win this. Southampton at home, Southampton away, Bournemouth at home. So I think we've got a couple of bankers here, really. I think Leicester at home should be a banker. Out of the 9 matches remaining, Leicester at home should be a banker. Uh, Wolves at home, I think it needs to be a banker. Southampton at home needs to be banker. Everton away is always tough. I think United away we could do well. So I think it's tough. On the contrary, I would just want to have a look at Newcastle's fixtures. I mean, which is interesting. Let me just have a look at Newcastle's fixtures. I mean, let me just look at Newcastle's fixtures. Know why this ad comes up. I'm not even an iPhone user, but anyway, Newcastle's fixtures. They play Liverpool. Okay, it's Carabao Cup finals. I'm not interested in that. They're Brentford at home. Brentford a difficult side. Leicester is a banker for them. United away. United at home, probably they'll do well. Ipswich at home, a banker for them again. Palace at home will be a tough match. Villa at home, Villa away is a tough match. Brighton at home is again Brighton away is a tough match. See, these are this is what I'm telling you about Newcastle's running. They've got in May, they've got Brighton home, sorry, Brighton away, Chelsea at home, and Chelsea and Newcastle and Brighton and everybody are actually fighting for the top four, top five spots. So I think if we can win some matches, this is where I think we can actually, bank in. Chelsea at home will not be an easy match because I mean it will be a plus for us either of them win or draw whatever that match. These both matches are probably good for us. Then Arsenal away will not be easy for Newcastle. It depends on which mood Arsenal is. Then so Newcastle's fixtures are tough actually. These three Villa away will not be easy. Palace at home will not be easy as well. Brentford at home. So Newcastle's run-in is not that easy to be honest. And I'll go to Chelsea's run-in. Chelsea's run-in is interesting here as well. If I can go to Chelsea's run-in. I do not want iPhone, AirPods, and iPhone, please. Yeah. So I'll go to Chelsea's run-in, and Chelsea's run-in is again. So yeah, you look at Chelsea's run-in against Arsenal. It's not gonna be easy. Arsenal away, Spurs at home. I think Chelsea will lose this. Chelsea being Chelsea, Brentford away is not gonna be easy. Whatever this is, Liga Wars. I'm not interested in that. Chelsea, Ipswich. This I'll say Chelsea at home will be a banker for them. I think Fulham away is not at all gonna be easy. I think Chelsea lose this game. Fulham away, Everton at home is not gonna be easy. Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle. I mean again with Chelsea, I'm looking at these sort of fixtures in May. Chelsea, Liverpool. Liverpool might be on the beach there, but again, with Chelsea, with Salah, they're aiming for those records. I mean, not be easy. Traditionally, Liverpool have never lost at Chelsea, so it's Stamford Bridge. Again, Newcastle, Chelsea. I mean, the only Nottingham Forest, Chelsea. The only thing that can bail us out at this rate, guys, is you've seen Chelsea's fixtures, Newcastle's fixtures. They play each other. They play in May. I think both Chelsea and Newcastle have a very tough run in. They play each other a lot. They play. I think Chelsea and Newcastle throughout May in the 4 5 games in May. They play all the top teams. So I think their run-ins are very very difficult. Gautam says mid-table teams have been brilliant this season. That's the difference as well. Yeah, mid-table. I think that's one of the reasons why the standings are where they are. To be honest, if you actually look at the standings, and also guys, you add to all this that United and Spurs have not been themselves. Otherwise, it would have been much more difficult in the middle there. Palace are literally one game away from kind of barging into the top 10. That just tells you how competitive the league is. But yeah, Gautam, the mid-table teams, I think until Fulham as well, have been very, very good. Have been superb. I think Fulham to City, it's a 7 point gap with all of them having a game in hand. If Bournemouth win tonight, I mean, it will almost be 47, this 1 point of us. By this is when attackers work, defense falls apart. Pep never got a clue about defense. I thought I thought defense was quite alright by Kushner was the rock. Yes, the goal went in, but again, very unlucky. But I think Kushner was the rock. Guardiola was superb. Uh, Diaz was kind of good. Rico Lewis did what was expected of him. Didn't do a glare. I mean, with Rico Lewis, it's almost like Rico Lewis never does a glaring mistake. He goes one on one against top wingers, but he doesn't do a glaring mistake. I'll give Rico Lewis that. The midfield is where the problem was by Aji Gundogan, lack of legs. I mean, the midfield was so bad. The midfield was so bad that Baleba could double down to stop Doku, leaving Gundogan spare, leaving Gundogan absolutely spare, and still Brighton didn't care. Nico Gonzalez not the fastest, Gundogan not the fastest. Omar Marmoush kind of 4-4-1-1. Is kind of playing the attacking role. So the midfield's not there at all. The midfield's the problem. The midfield was the problem since I mean if Rodri was not injured, we win the league this season as well. Bloody win the league this season as well. And I don't know what's happened to Kovacic. Kovacic was who we needed in this match and has not got Kovacic in. I'll just not understand why he did not bring Kovacic in, to be honest, today. Why just says is he playing Gundogan to keep him for the next season via automatic renewal? I'll tell you what the thing is, Bayaji. I think Pep owns the flat Gundogan used to live in. So I think that flat is empty and Pep is not able to find anyone to rent it. So Pep wants Gundogan to stay here at City so that he can rent the flat and and Pep gets his house rent. That's how it seems. It's just ridiculous. I mean, in the last sort of 10 minutes, after 85th minute, you had Gundogan, you had Kevin De Bruyne, and then you had Bernardo Silva. I mean, it was just shit. Gautam mentioned it became boring when Bernardo Silva came on. With Savinho in there, it was dynamic. Savinho did mistakes, is not at that level anyway right now, but he was getting into them positions. Once Bernardo came in, twins repeat to Gundogan. I think what these people do in training is Bernardo and Gundogan train away from the squad, and what they do is pass to each other. So that when Bernardo has the ball, he gives it to Gundogan. Gundogan has the ball, he gives it to Bernardo. And to add to that, Nico Gonzalez is passing backward as well. You have your entire midfield passing backwards. You have your entire midfield passing bloody backwards. What else do you expect? How do you expect to score goals? I mean, and both the goals that we scored were Marmo's brilliance. The penalty of Marmo's, the way he got the penalty, and his long range distance shot. So zero creativity today's match. Absolutely zero creativity. I'm really interested to see what was our XG today. Our XG today is 1.75 and there was 1.87. Penalties generally have a high XG. So I think our XG is below 1 today. Our high XG is below 1 today. And Brighton without penalties have had almost 2 XG, close to 2 XG. It's just pathetic now. It's just pathetic the way we are playing in the midfield. Bayaji says at this rate, even the fifth spot looks doubtful. The only hope for the fifth spot, Bayaji, is that the only hope for the fifth spot is that the other two teams, Chelsea and Newcastle, are equally shit. I mean, they're not consistent. Look at the records of Chelsea, Newcastle: win two, lose two. Newcastle as well: win one, lose three. I mean, the top four place was Newcastle's. The sort of run they had from December to sort of mid February, sort of when Isak was like being told as the world's best striker and all of those. And there were silly matches in between. I think what is going to happen now is, I mean, the best thing for us is we are not going to play any of these teams. Yes, we have got a match against Villa and Brighton, maybe Fulham, and that's it. We are playing the lower teams a lot. We still have Southampton to play, we still have Leicester to play, and we still have Wolves to play. I think none of these teams have still have that luxury of playing. Sort of, we have three of the bottom four teams to play and probably West Ham as well. I don't know. So I think the only reason we might get in is if it was top four, forget it. It would have been very difficult. For the first time, I just want Chelsea to lose tomorrow, which means the top four spot will get a hit because Arsenal doesn't matter. They can not win the league anyway. Gautam says I'm more interested in the summer window. Now a performance in the summer will decide our future for the next decade. It's actually gonna shape the thing for the next decade, Gautam. Exactly. It's going to shape our. I mean, this summer window is important because Pep will maybe leave after 2 years. He might not. But the players we bring in will be in the age profile of 22 to 25. Maybe even they're showing the penalty. I mean, they're showing the corner which hit the post. Please show the replay again. Ah, I think it was Nico Gonzalez with the corner there. How unlucky can we be? The post there aiding us on one occasion, denying us on another occasion. No, but then if you count it like that, Carlos Baleba had an open goal in front of him. Literally, Carlos Baleba had an open goal in front of him. So I think to do this, but that was not the reason why we drew to the reason was a shit midfield. But yeah, you're right, Gautam. The age profile we are going to bring in is from the 22 to 25, sort of that sort of a range, to be honest, and maybe Juma Bar at 20 years and all of those things. It will also be a statement of the style we are going to play. What is Pep Guardiola's style gonna be like? It cannot be the slow possession base that is gone. The slow possession based football is over. I think Pep Guardiola will is smart enough to realize that the slow possession based football is over, to be honest. That's a red card challenge for Jorginho Rutter, to be honest. Gautam says, I like Baleba, to be honest. Today we loved it, Gautam, we loved it. And the way he's missed that open goal, the way he's actually missed that open goal was just outstanding. The way he's missed that open goal was just superb. Carlos Baleba was absolutely very good. We loved him. But the next match is after the international break, I think. What I'll do is, if I'm a bit free, what I'll do is we'll have kind of a 10-minute video maybe every day or a day after. I know I've been telling it for long, but I'll try to actually do it because a lot of interesting stuff happening around the club. And just I think we should hope Bournemouth does not win. Clivert scores and Bournemouth loses because Clivert is in a fantasy team. And Let us hope we go far in the in the FA Cup. That's the only thing. I mean, more than Baleba Gautam, I've seen Edison play, I've seen Camavinga play, I mean, Edison the midfielder, and I've seen Samuel Ricky play, and Carlos Baleba is there. Who's the other one I'm missing? Edison, Camavinga. Yes, I actually think we have done well not to go for Zubimendi. He's kind of Rodri-like player, and his age is just 1.5 year off Rodri. But I think I like Edison more than even Baleba. I think because that Brazilian flair for me, I think with getting Edison, it could just be rolling back the years of Fernandinho. I think what getting Edison will do is Edison for me, I think of these three players, why I want Edison is Edison, Camavinga, and Baleba. I want Edison because I think Edison of these three players has the capability to hold the midfield on his own, which I actually do not think. Camavinga has. Again, with Carlos Baleba, can he do the entire midfield on his own? Doubtful. I think there are very few players who can hold down the midfield on his own. You've seen how Doku went past him today a lot of times. So I think I would get Ederson and I would release Rodri to sort of play that box to box role because Rodri is lethal going forward. His shots are very good. Today, I think Gundogan had so much space. Nico Gonzalez had so much space. Just imagine Rodri having the space. See, people complain this season that Phil Foden shots have dried up. People complain this season that uh, we are not taking box from outside the box. I think Rodri is the reason. When Rodri was there, the threat of those shots from outside the box is Foden could score from outside the box, Rodri could score from outside the box. So suddenly, you could not close both of them down. Now suddenly Rodri is not there. Nico Gonzalez doesn't take shots from outside the box. Kovacic here and there. So he takes it. So I actually think that people are just confidently covering your Fodens and even Marmoush is sort of an extent easily. So I think Ederson releasing Rodri in front of him, that should be the plan. I think Rodri is not gonna play as a DM next season. Sole DM, I think he's more of trying to will do that box to box role. I think with again Camavinga, I do not think Camavinga is much of someone who can take shots from outside the box. So it's gonna be interesting. It's really gonna be intriguing. Gautam says Kimmich has signed a new contract, so the chapter is over. Apparently, good. The chapter is over, Gautam. Good. The chapter is over. Otherwise, Pep would have bought Kimmich in, and Kimmich, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva would be having a party at the Etihad. Kimmich is slow. I mean, he's a world class footballer, but he's not what we need. Imagine Kimmich in that midfield. No, we need legs in that midfield. We don't need Joshua Kimmich. And the German players as well, I think, they will not leave Bayern at all because if they leave Bayern, they know that they are not gonna be selected for German national team at all. I mean, I know Kimmich is another case, but it happened with Leroy Sané. Your Musiala knows it, so that they will actually not be selected for German national team. Words might be a different case apparently, but so I think they just use other clubs as a bargaining chip. That's all. They're showing that it was a foul on Josko Guardiola before the Brighton free kick and all, but on the balance of play, Brighton missed one or two open goals, so I cannot comment much on that. Anyway, yeah, it was a foul, but was that the reason we drew the game and dropped points? Absolutely not. I mean, get Florian Wirtz next season. I would love him to give. I would actually love him to give Claudio Echeverri a chance as well. Play Claudio Echeverri on the bloody right or left. It is not going to be worse than it is now. So it's actually going to be very very interesting how the shape of the team will take place. Anyway, guys, thanks again for joining me. And it's a long international break. I think 30th is the next match. But the good thing is the IPL is starting on the 22nd for those of you who watch it. So anyway.